for joining me today. And today we're talking about how do I even start the sex conversations with my child. My name is Wendy Ologi. I'm the founder of the Intentional Parent Academy. The flash sale is on as I talk to you. Now, what is this flash sale is about? Maybe I can tell you a bit about the flash sale before we even continue to get on all of the conversations that we need to get on. Now, one thing that is very important is how this conversation about sex is something that a lot of people are struggling with, right? Now, one thing is that is so key is how we need to start talking about it. Good afternoon. And if you're not part of the Sex Educate Your Child Like a Pro yet, I want you to actually go and ensure that you are part of it now. There's a lot happening. We can no longer leave that conversation to the whims of whoever or however. All right. And that's the conversation that we're having today. Exactly. Okay. So today, apart from the fact that we are having this conversation about sex, we are opening the registration for Sex Educate Your Child Like a Pro. Yes, that is what we are doing. And we are giving you an offer, irresistible, right? We have two books we are giving you today. If you are able to get on those two books, right? If you are able to get us, it's going to change the trajectory of your conversation with your child. Now, one thing that is so key about these two books is that we created them for you to actually get guided. Number one of those books is what we call the 100 digital molestation. Now, digital molestation, 100 ways your child can be abused digitally and how you can prevent them. That book is one book that you need, and I mean need, like now, all right, to be able to actually get your child and guide your child on the conversation about sex and all of that. So digital molestation, we're giving it free. If you're registering for Sex Educate Your Child Like a Pro today only, scratch that. The flash sale is between 12 and 2. If you miss the flash sale, right? If you miss the flash sale, you are not going to be able to get the books. The second book is also what we call the sexual reputation culture, 100 silent ways that we can actually, children are being pressured on sex and how you can help them. When it comes to these 100 silent ways, there are a lot of things that is happening, and we will be able to also use that to help parents to also get in there. So the flash sale is on the beautiful part. The beautiful part of this flash sale is that you get to pay 39999. That's 3,999. That's approximately $4 instead of 15,999. That's what you're paying now today. All right. Can we have it pinned on Instagram so that we can have the details? Okay. So that's what you're paying now today only. And if you get to register today, you gain access. I mean, all of the assets that I have talked about. And you also get the live classes of the master classes, for 2025. And you also have the live classes of that master classes for 2023 also. So imagine all of these specs you're going to get just to be able to actually learn what it is that you need to do. All right, so give me a minute. Stop there. You need to check. Stop there. You need to check for the line to on StreamYard. Okay, please check it. All right. So thank you so much for being here. So this is the conversation of the day. All right. Somebody said, please, is Sex Educate Your Child Like a Pro 5.0? Yes, it's 5.0. Can we have the link on our Instagram page? Yes, it's 5.0. And that's what we are actually, having. All right. If you've not registered, you want to register immediately. All right. If you're watching us You will see the details right on our screen, and you will be able to use the link in our bio to also register. That registration, that offer ends today. Is it coming as a book? It is a master class. It's a 5-day master class with 5 different topics, talking about the different things in conversation around sex. We're going to be talking about, how you can start. How do you start this sex talk at all, even if you've never started before? Somebody said I've registered. If you registered already, let me see your comments in the comment section. All right? Let me see your comment in the comment section. We put it so that we can pin it in the comment. Let me see your comment in the comment section, and let me see that right here. Yes, say yes, I've registered. Is this coming as a book? So we are going to have this master class, Sex Educate Your Child 5.0, and it's happening by the end of the month. But today we are having a flash sale. That flash sale is giving you access. Somebody said I've registered. I see Ruth. I see Olumami. I see you guys. If you registered, drop a comment in the comment section. This is going to be one of the best things that happen to your parenting. Yes, it's going to be just 2 hours. That flash sale is from now. At 2 o'clock, we'll shut it down. Immediately it's 2 o'clock, we shut down the flash sale. If you have not registered, put a yes. A team member will reach out to you, and boom, we will be able to actually have that. Somebody, how long will the course take? It is a 5-day course. You're going to have each master classes 1 day every day, and you can catch replay any time of the year. That's the beautiful thing about these courses. Your replay any time of the year. That's something that is something that you need to actually pay attention to. Yes, so Sex Educate Your Child Like a Pro challenge is something that every parent needs to work out. All right, so this is sort it. All right, need to work out. So today I'm going to just share a bit with you, just a little tiny bit about sex conversations. Our topic says, how do you start the safe sex talk with your child? How do you start a safe sex talk with your child? Most of the sex talk we are having is not safe. I can see somebody have paid mine. What a joy I have right now. Correct. I see you. Alrighty. If you have questions about the course, you can just put it right in the comment section. How do you begin to talk about safe sex talk? I said before that some of the talks that we are having is not safe. Do you know why? Because there's a lot of conversations about teaching the wrong kind of sex conversation. If you're watching us on Instagram, the details are in our bio. The details of Sex Educate Your Child Like a Pro is also pinned right in the conversation. So when you say how much and what's the details, just put yes. A team member will reach out to you on TikTok, all right, and you will be reached out to with all of the details. It's 3,999. So instead of paying 3,999 today only, you will pay 15,999. It's not today only. Actually, it is only for 2 hours. For 2 hours only. 2 hours only. All right. Somebody said, I'm already seated. I love it. I love it. I'm already seated. All right. So that's one thing that you would need to actually deal with. All right. So one of the things I have realized, like I said, is that we have a problem with, what we're teaching or what we have taught over the years has actually been wrong. Yeah. What we've taught over the years have been wrong. The reason is because the conversation is evolving every day, right? Because the conversation is evolving every day, we are having quite a lot, all right? And a lot has been happening. Welcome here if you're just joining us, and if you're just talking about, how to start a safe sex talk. Okay? I think we're having an issue, right, Tobe? Okay, all right. How to, start a safe sex talk. So number one reason what we're teaching is having an issue is because we're not teaching right. Let me give you a typical example. An example will be public part and private part. Don't let anybody touch your public part. Don't let anybody touch your private part. Don't let anything, happen to. Do you know that if you're teaching your children public part and private part, that's all you want, what you're teaching them, you would actually give them a false narrative of what this conversation is about. One of the reasons I wrote the book, Digital Abuse, is because you can no longer teach your children, don't allow anybody to touch your private part. It's no longer tenable, group. It's no longer tenable. It's no longer tenable, right? It is no longer tenable. It is now only, that means you're saying to them that once somebody touches you, right, you are going to be abused. Once somebody touches you, you are going to be abused. But that's not true. Abuse can happen without being touched. Abuse can happen without being touched. And that's what we're now saying. Where do I send my payment receipt to? You will see the numbers, or you can just send to our DM, okay? So abuse is not happening without touching. Public parts, private parts, and all of that. That is very important. Now, digital molestation doesn't need anybody to touch your child. Yeah, digital molestation does not need anybody to touch any part of your body. But children are being molested every day. Now, here is what I have found. I've also found that parents do not know what to do or what to say. So when I wrote the book, 100 ways, digital molestation, 100 ways to actually help your child, right? To be able to understand what digital abuse is and how you can help them. Okay, somebody said, please, I want to join the online group because I want to have access to exclusive videos, but you're telling me I have to save my card. Never save my card in a cloud, though. All right, you'll be fine. Don't worry. You'll be very, very fine. All right, and join this course is going to actually help you. Ayo Akin say, I can't wait. I can't wait to have you guys in the comment section. So that's number one. Number two, you can't cover all fronts. All right, you can't cover all fronts. One thing that I realized is that one of the biggest problems we have when it comes to sex conversation is that it's so fluid, it's so fast that you are, there's, so that's why what we have been teaching in the past have been failing. So the reason is, since you cannot cover all the front, what do? That's the question. So part of what we're going to be teaching as Sex Educate Your Child Like a Pro is what you will do. Because, okay, so when you have finished with your child, and where they will go. I was talking with, a friend's daughter, and she said to me that one of the most difficult, she said that her first experience of sex was seeing a woman and a dog have sex online. She didn't see it real life. But do you know that casts something on her soul? Honestly speaking, that was a terrible thing to see. Now you see, nobody touched her, but she's been abused. Do you agree with me? Nobody touched her, but she's been abused. So if you have taught your children in the past, or you have, created a bubble in your home that sex conversation is all about teaching your children, your own children, yourself only, then of course that will be a problem. That's why we're talking about Sex Educate Your Child Like a Pro. We're saying invite your family, invite your friends, invite everybody. Tell them to be here, because Sex Educate Your Child Like a Pro is going to save their lives. So it is important that we begin to look at these things and look at them, properly. All right? And look at them properly. Now, another thing, we're talking about the reasons. Where do you start? Where do you start? Okay? So if you're just joining us, just know that we're talking about Sex Educate Your Child Like a Pro. Today, it is a flash sale. If you miss this flash sale today, you will miss out. So this digital molestation I told you about, I'm giving it free. It's a book worth 5,000 naira, but I'm giving it free to everybody who registers for Sex Educate Your Child like a pro. All right, share in the link of the group so that people will be able to see the details. Okay, so everybody who registered in the Sex Educate Your Child Like a Pro is going to have access to that book and also have access to the book called Sexual Reputation Culture: 100 Silent Precious Children Face About Sex and How to Help Them. All right, these two books will cost you 10,000 naira. It's already on our Stella page. It's already on Amazon, and it's the cost in naira is 5,000 naira. So if you are registering today, you have access to those two books. And we're going to share those two books to you today. Yes, you heard me right. You will actually have access for you to start the conversation already, even before, right? Sex Educate Your Child Like a Pro goes live. Did you invite someone? Did you invite someone? Did you share this link with someone to come and listen to us? All right, this is important. Okay, no, Facebook group. All right, sorry, give me 1 minute. All right, so I want the details in the comments. Thank you. So thank you so much. So sorry for that distraction. All right, so the next thing that you would need to actually take a look at, we're talking about how to start, is start early. You see, I've had a lot of parents say to me, oh, my child is 6, my child is 1, I cannot start already. Start early. Francis said, I just made payment. Welcome. I have registered and made payment. Welcome. All right. If you've not made payment, say yes, so that a team member can reach out to you now and give you all of the details that you need. And if not, you can also find the details pinned in this conversation as you're watching me live. Now, start small, start early. So many people don't know what to say. And I appreciate that. Trust me. I appreciate that. So many people don't know how to say, what to say, how to say. If you wait until your children are teenagers, they're already misinformed. So as early as age 1, begin with the small things. And never teach your children private part and public part. Please, don't teach them that. I know that it's the conversation that a lot of people don't even understand how it is that they're going to go about it. Don't teach your children private part and public part. It's a no, 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 no. Teach your children how they will honor their body. And when you teach it, you start from age 1. We have resources to be able to help you to understand what we're talking about. All right? Make it normal. It's not a taboo. We are breaking the silence. We are breaking the tabooness and all of that. And part of how to make it normal is to get everybody around your child to register. There's a flash sale happening now. It's ending in the next hour or less. In that flash sale, you get access to the 2 books. And you know the interesting thing? You can also, all right, somebody reach out to you on TikTok. You can also, all right, also be able to have a group payment, because we made that group system so that you can register your children's friends, their siblings. I've learned something over the years. One of the things I've learned is that you cannot teach sex education or have sex conversations in isolation. If you do, it will actually go down, it will go down the drain. All right. Somebody's asking, after payment, who do I make send proof of payment to? All right. On YouTube, the team will put a number, all right, so that you will be able to actually send that link payment to someone. Invite your family and friends. Don't do this in isolation. If you finish having that conversation with your child and you do not have that, the mother of your child's friend does not understand what you're teaching, your child has the capacity to actually fall into digital molestation. For instance, your child does not understand online games, they don't have access and all of that, but they're going to visit people, right? Apart from the fact that they will visit people, they would also walk up, right, into their into the school, and they're going to talk to people in school. They're going to make friends. Your child might not have access to a gadget, but how about the people in school who have access to a gadget? What happens in that instance when your child actually gets to that point? How do you begin to send, all of the details and all of that, to be able to actually get it all done? Okay? So one thing that you want to do, just put it on the banner, okay? Edit that banner and put the number on it. So that if you make payments, you can just send directly to the team. So make it normal. Make it normal and let it spread. Let it go to everybody. Let it, be. So don't say, oh, I've registered, my children are safe. How about other people? So every year for Sex Educate Your Child Like a Pro, we are constantly, my family and I, we actually do a lot of bulk sponsorship because I understand that this is not just about me. This is about, a bigger system. If you have a school, the safety of your school is your problem. That's an important aspect. The safety of your school is your problem. So you should be able to say, okay, we have 100 teachers. I want them to actually come and be trained. Some of the teachers don't know, and some of the teachers are pedophiles. Do you know that 2 days ago, a parent in our inner circle shared how her own daughter, who is self-aware and who is, sexually intelligent, right? That teenage daughter went and shared that she was sharing with her mom that a friend of ours went home and asked the mom, oh, what is vagina? What is being a virgin? What sex? Do you know that the mother just shoot her and said, no, just go away, right? And immediately that happened, the child went away. So the child went to a class teacher, who is the male class teacher, and went to ask the class teacher, what do you think, blah, 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 blah. And I hear that the class teacher actually slept with the girl. Now, this girl is 12. Who do you blame? Let me see the comments in the comment section. Who do you think was the problem? This child is totally ignorant. My heart was broken. If I didn't hear that conversation first time, I would have thought it was a lie. Somebody said the mother. Yes, the mother. That's who we blame. Because you allowed your child to go on without knowing anything. How do you, as it is as if the girl just put herself in a den of lions. Honestly speaking, I was so bitter. And do you know that discernment is a thing? Do you know people think that, sex conversation is about the mechanism of sex? They will come and teach us that I don't want my children to know about sex. Hello? I have a 15-year-old daughter. And I remember her telling me at age 12 that a teacher was, telling her, you need to come to my staff room and come and. My daughter said, Mom, I didn't go. I would rather get punished. Because from what I saw, the moves, it didn't look okay. So I didn't go. The teacher eventually punished her for not coming. She said, it's fine. I would rather not go. Why? Because she was self-aware. How self-aware, how sexually aware is your child? How, people say, teach them private part, public part, but your child can be sexualized by looks. So when you take public part and private part, then of course, the child can miss it. Are you listening to me? Are you here? Have you shared link with someone? Somebody said, how do I pay from Cameroon? There's a link in our description for you to be able to pay if you're paying from outside of Nigeria. All you need to do is to tap on that link, and any currency you're paying with, you will be able to pay. All right. I want to make payment. All right. TikTok, there's somebody's going to share details with you on how you can get to make payment now. Just tap on that link and share with your friends and your family. You might be saving a soul just because you share. And the beautiful thing is that we are running a 2-hour promo. Call it flash sale. And in this 2-hour flash sale, all right, you need to pay attention. Don't put yes. All right, you need to share on TikTok. Don't just put yes. Just put yes in the comment section. Just put yes and somebody will reach out to you. Now, one of the things is that you're not just going to get master classes. You are going to also get access to 2 guides. I personally created that guide because I want to help you, right? I want to help you be able to have access to these, conversations. The first guide is digital molestation. Yes, your children are being molested digitally. The second guide is sexual, culture. The things we've normalized that are not normal, that our children need to begin to learn. That's part of what it is that we're going to be doing, right? Instead of 15,999, you pay 3,999. You guys are asking plenty questions. Instead of grabbing this offer, like boom, just grab it and just go. That's what I want you to do right about now. Grab the offer, like grab it. In 1 hour, this offer is off the table. Grab it and just move on. So you pay 3,999 instead of 15,999. A team member will reach out to you. Just put a yes, all right? Whether you're on Instagram or you're on TikTok, wherever you are, all right? But if you're watching on YouTube, all you need to do is to use the details that you can see on my screen or use the description in bio. Thank you so much for joining me again. All right. Somebody's asking, how much. Just send, details via DM. So I said number one is you start early, start small. Number two, make it normal. It's not a taboo. And number three, I said do not teach sex education in a bubble. Do not teach sex education in a bubble. Never, ever teach sex conversation. If you do, you will fail. If you do, you will fail. So don't say, it's only my children, I'm going to protect my children. I don't care about the world. Once my children are protected, all is well. My children are in boarding school. If I do the I don't care about the world, I'm going to be in trouble. So every year, instead of one house master who doesn't understand what it means and sex conversation should be, I will pay the price. So I'm not going to teach my children sex conversation in a bubble. So ensure that you are inviting your family, your friends. Send out a link now. Let them come and pay 3,999 instead of 15,099. At 2 o'clock, we take away this offer and you will pay the original price. And you know the truth. Even paying the original price, you are still very okay. That's the truth. Right? You're still very okay. So details have been sent to you. All right. If you've sent details on how, if you're on TikTok, details have been sent to you. So if you've registered, I've paid and joined. If you registered, put a comment in the comment section and say, I have registered. Like now, just put, I have registered, I've registered, I've registered. If you have not registered, say yes, 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 and we'll share the link. And the sex conversation we're going to be teaching you is not the normal thing you have. I believe that all of those sex conversations that we've been learning, it's become, I don't want to say obsolete, but because of the changing times, those sex conversations don't hold any water anymore. Danger, stranger. It has never been right. Is a stranger really? Is a stranger really? Are you really in danger? Most people who actually abuse a child, and if you're going to be truthful, right? Most people who abuses a child are people around. Rarely do you see a stranger abuse a child. Rarely do you see a stranger abuse a child. All right. So all you need to do, if you just paid, all you need to do is to send the proof of payment to the number pinned on my screen, or send us a DM with it, and we will be able to actually attend to you. So danger, stranger is not danger, and all of that. So please, if you have not, registered for sex, educate your child like a pro 5.0, payment today only in 1 hour is 3,999. We take it out the very moment we are done by 2 o'clock. It is just a flash sale. That's what it is. And we've been announcing this flash sale for some days. All right. You've been announcing. Somebody said I've paid. I'm waiting for admin to confirm. Don't worry about admin. If you've paid, provided you have paid within this time frame, admin will attend to you. It doesn't matter when. All right. Just all you need to do is just to send the details. Number 3, don't lecture. So anytime we say go and teach sex educate your child, sex educate your child, people hear and they begin to lecture their children. People begin to say, what you need to do. There was a case over the weekend, in the inner circle. The inner circle is our annual accountability program, the academy that we run. And a parent came and said, oh, the child is 12, tested alcohol, went and did some, stuff, smooshed a guy, plenty stories. And on a normal day, what you are going to do is say, I'm disappointed, I'm this, I'm that. The response to that conversation was something else. These are some of the things that you gain when you learn. That's the truth. If you find that your daughter wrote a letter to a boy, or your daughter is boy crazy, even if you want, beat that child from now till tomorrow, nothing will change. Are we together? Nothing will change. So, very, very key is that we begin to actually look at these things from different perspectives. Now, what is the different perspective? Different perspective armed with knowledge, actually. So it's not different perspective as per, oh, the different perspective. No, different perspective armed with knowledge. What kind of knowledge? What kind of knowledge do we have to be able to help our children? Because if your child is not sexually aware, you are going to actually make a lot of mistakes. So it's very important that you begin to learn. If you tell yourself, in fact, some people have chosen silence. Silence is not protection. Your child is not protected because you're silent, and your child is not even innocent because you're silent. Somebody help me write that in the comment section. Your child is not innocent because they are silent. No, your child is not innocent because they are silent. No, no. Your silence is killing your child more than it is helping them. So they say, I don't really know what to say. What did my parents teach me? After they did not teach me anything, nothing happened. A lot happened. All right. Somebody's asking how to make payment. Jesus said, please, how do I make payment on TikTok? Okay, yes. Somebody will respond to you now. So all this, I don't know how to say it. It's not an excuse. I don't know how to say it. It's not an excuse. Thank you so much, simply. Your child is not innocent because you are silent. So this, my children don't really know anything about this. My children don't really understand. It's not true. It is not true. There's a lot happening to your child that you need to deal with. And if you're not teaching, the digital space is going to teach. A few days ago, I wrote on my Facebook page, I said, children are curious and they are searching. Parents are, waiting, but they're just unaware. They are silent. Predators are strategic. That's the difference. So we have the people who want to molest our children, very strategic. Part of what you're going to learn at sex educate your child like a pro is that you're going to learn about AI molestation. Yes, you heard me right. And last year when we did sex educate, your child like a pro last year, 4.0, we didn't talk about AI molestation. It wasn't there. It wasn't a big deal. But what we're going to be emphasizing on is fertility issues. Yes. Do you know that with the rise of egg donation today, your daughters need to be aware? It's a sex conversation. Infertility issues is going to be a big problem in the next 10 years. And you know that the eggs are not infinite, right? You know that your eggs can finish. Hello, women in the group, you know that eggs can finish, right? So these girls are donating this egg like it doesn't really matter, without thinking of the complications, the issues. These are sex conversations. I remember having this conversation with someone, and the person said, oh, well, that, the younger sister said that she's not doing anything bad. You now see that a conversation in parenting is not about good or bad. It's about foolishness and wisdom. And there's a lot of that happening. There's a lot of foolishness around. So the question will be, will your child be aware? See, somebody can tell your child, I heard about 2 girls in Ibadan. There were, children are, the parents or the guardian were taking them to go and sell their eggs and collect money. They didn't know anything. They didn't know anything about it. Oh my goodness. I was so heartbroken. Like, these girls were 17. Like, really? These girls were 17. They didn't know that their eggs were being harvested. What kind of ignorance is that? Ignorance is that. So we're just, sitting and just, making it feel like that this thing is just normal, all is well, nothing is happening, kind of stand. Hello. It's just crazy. Somebody's asking, please acknowledge my payment in your inbox. We will do that. All right. That's not a problem. We are here. We are not running away. We're We're not fraudulent either. We're here. We actually are so passionate that we want to teach you this thing. It's so painful that we have young girls who know nothing about their reproductive system. A child goes, the other day, I saw my daughter was telling me about a child who saw her period and flung off the window. Like she didn't know what to do. Like, what's that? Our daughter saw her period at 13. She was in camp. Nobody knew. She even had the pad on her. So she turned and she started carrying pads everywhere. What are you teaching your children? What are you teaching your children? What do they know? Or you think this is just about don't have sex with a man, you will get pregnant? We've moved from there. We've moved from there. That's why we created Sex Educate Your Child Like a Pro. If you've not registered for Sex Educate Your Child Like a Pro, please say no. Because our world needs to be safe. Our children need to be safe. Because my child can meet your child somewhere. Say yes in the comment. Let someone reach out to you and give you details. If you're watching where you can see the screen with the details, please simply take the details, make payment, and get into this class. There's so much to learn. I was looking at the content, of what I was doing when I was doing research to create the sexual reputation culture. I was in shock. I was in shock. The kind of sexual reputation culture we have is crazy. Oh, I didn't even remember. There is a third gift for you. How to deal with crush. How to deal with, crushes. Yes, that's another, free material that we're giving you. You will get more than enough resources to be able to walk through this journey. And your children will need to actually understand this journey as well. All right? I'm unable to send confirmation of payment through shared on website. Did they transfer and come back? Just send us a DM, okay? Send us a DM. I will deal with all of that. So when we are talking about sexual reputation culture, we're now having, 100, I shared in that book, 100 silent pressures children face about sex and how to help them. Your children are pressurized silently, but it's real. Silently, but it's real. Your children are so pressurized. There's a lot happening, but it's so real. Sometimes I actually feel for these children because the parents who are raising them they're not really, doing a lot. Like we have a tool called Talking Truth, 100 ways of what you can say, to your children and all of that. Last year we created guided fingers, guided hands, how the mother should help the child in vaginal care. I see girls pass me and they're smelling. I'm asking, where are their mothers? My son was telling me, I have a 15-year-old son, and he was telling me he's in SS1. And he was telling me about, in school, he said, sometimes I see boys and they're wearing boxers, repeating boxers, and they're just smelling. I'm wondering, who? See that nobody taught them. These are the real conversations. So it's not just about the makings of sex. We're not just talking about, do you know that self-esteem for a girl is a big deal when it comes to sex? A girl will actually make all the wrong sex decisions if she do not build her self-esteem. And I usually say that without self-esteem for a girl, you will kill them literally. Oh yes, you will kill them. So if your child, you're not building self-esteem for your daughter, all the sex conversation you're having is rubbish. That's why people come back and say, hey, but I've been teaching. What exactly are you teaching? That's the issue. That's the issue. What exactly are you teaching? You're not teaching what you're supposed to teach. That's where the problem is coming from. And so that's what we're saying, that you need to come and learn. Can children also read the books? No, it's for you. The work is for you. You need to come and learn so that you can help your children. If you love your children enough, honestly speaking, you would want to learn enough to be able to help these children. All right? So I'm sharing those three materials. I've told the team we're sharing those three materials: digital molestations, 100 ways your child gets abused digitally and how to prevent it; sexual reputation, 100 silent pressures children face about sex and how to help them; number 3, helping your child navigate their first crush. That's my gift from me to you. So are you already in the Sex Educate Your Child Like a Pro 5.0? I'm sharing all these materials with you today. Who is excited? If you're already in, say, I am in. Say, I am in. If you have not registered for Sex Educate Your Child Like a Pro to be able to get access to these materials, say yes in the comment section and the team will reach out to you. You can join. There are over 2,000 parents already as we speak, as the flash sale has happened. So between now and 2 o'clock, the flash sale ends. What it simply means is that instead of paying 315,999, you get to pay 3,999, and you get these 3 materials free. I don't think anybody will give you that. And you still get 5 master classes at the cost. The ones the previous replay, and you still get another 5 master classes when we do the live classes for the 5.0. Nobody is giving you this offer. Somebody says, "Is it hard copy? It's soft copy, man." That's what you're going to get. So you will be able to actually print it, whatever, and all of that. So the flash sale is today. The flash sale ends in 1 hour. At exactly 2 o'clock, we yank off the flash sale because the only thing we're doing today is just to give you that offer. So that's how you say. That's why it's called flash, right? If you're watching us on YouTube, all you need to do is to look at the details right on my screen and use it to make payment. All right. For people on other stream, we'll be able to get back to you if you say yes in the comment section. But on YouTube, we can't. So what we need to do is to send for you to use the details on my screen, or you can use the description, the link in description to actually find these details, or you can send us a DM on Instagram at the Intentional Parents. All right. So if you send proof of payment, please relax. The team is right here. We have a 7-man team right where I am. You can see me calling up, beckoning, snapping fingers. So you do not have a problem. Okay. If you've paid and sent proof of payment to the team, they will attend to you. Let's quickly finish up the conversation before I run. All right. Let's quickly finish up that conversation before I run. So the other part of how do you start? I've said start small. I've said make it normal. I've said don't share sex conversation in a bubble. There's no bubble anywhere. Don't share it in a bubble. I've said ask, don't lecture. All right. And then another thing that you want to do is let them create a situation where they can always come to you. They can always ask. And that's a beautiful thing for you to do. Let your children know that they can come to you and ask. That girl that came to the mother asked what is being a virgin. The mother said, what is it? What is it? Not for your age. She was 12. She went back, asked the teacher, and the teacher, as far as I'm concerned, that's rape. Because by the time that's rape, that's abuse, that's everything. By the time you start doing that with a girl that is 12, then of course, you agree with me that is, a terrible thing. Somebody is saying, I'm seeing 499 on a flyer. So the flash sale is only between 1 o'clock and 2 o'clock. If you miss this offer now, you won't get it again. And we will not even agree for you to get it again. So the price is going to move immediately. Is 2 o'clock. So take this offer now. Simply say yes if you are if you are watching on YouTube, use the details in the description or right in front of me. And then another thing that you want to do is that remember that sex conversation is not an emergency. So teach boundaries early. Somebody help me put a comment in the comment section. Sex conversation is not an emergency. Stop making it, your child is now 15, you're running helter skelter. I'm talking to people whose children are age 1. Start now. Start early. It's one of the best things that can happen to you. Because they said, thank you, coach. I'm in and I've sent proof of payment to the team. Awesome. It's one of the best things that can happen to you. It's not an emergency. Stop making it one. Stop making sex education an emergency. Hey, my child is not. Once you now see your child, maybe the child is budding breast, the voice is becoming husky. You now remember that, I've not even started talking about it. No. All right. Plus US. Somebody is going to reach out to you. Okay? So you that's not what we're talking about. Stop making it an emergency. Stop jumping. Start now. If your child is age 1, I bet you this is the time to start. If your child has just been born, this is the best thing that can happen to you. Because one of the things that you will be able to do is actually to help your child, to now groom your child into, so it doesn't become, fire brigade approach. Somebody said 2 years ago, an elderly woman in my church practically approached me and told me to stop talk with 2 years, my sex talk with my 2 years daughter, that it was inappropriate for my child. Foolish me, I actually stopped. See, wrong information can make a mess of your parenting. Wrong information. That apparently she witnessed and overheard my daughter say, "Mommy, this pant is too tight for me. It's making my vagina pain me," while trying to ease her pants to enable her urinate. I'm so glad I'm here, and I've registered for Inner Circle 2026, 25, and I go again in 2026. Please, I beg you. You will do your children a disservice if they are sexually unaware. And then, do you know that porn conversation? So when I was writing the book, The Digital Molestation Guide, 100 ways to help your child to understand digital abuse and what you can do. One of the reasons I wrote that guide is how much complaint I've gotten from parents of children who have entered porn, who have started, AI. Somebody recently, we had a case. The child has a robot that actually tells her what to do, how to masturbate, it's a whole lot, guys. It's a whole lot. My time is up here. I wish I can continue to share. But if you have not registered for Sex Educate Your Child Like a Pro, you have 1 hour to go. I pray that you are able to meet up. Yes, I'm sure that you can. What you need to do is to pay $3,999 instead of $15,999 to join a class that gives you access to 3 of my guides. Number 1 is sexual reputation culture. 100 pressures your children are facing about sex and how you can help them. Number 2 is the digital molestation guide. And this is 100 ways your children are being molested digitally and how you can help them. Number 3 is how to actually respond to crush. My child is having a crush and all of that. What a lot of us have actually messed up some of this conversation. All right. So I have created a guide that can help you step by step on what it is that you can do. And I'm giving you all of this free. And I'm also giving you 5 live masterclasses of 2023. You will sit down, you will take it in. And when we still go live for 20 Educate Your Child Like a Pro 5.0, you will still be part of it free. You don't have to pay anything. All right. So even if you pay $15,999, you will be owing us money. Because each of those guides is 5,000 naira. So that's 15,000 naira already. How about the master classes? How about the things that you're going to have access? How about the community, the opportunity to actually ask questions on this conversation? I am particularly excited about this conversation myself. I look forward to hosting you as Sex Educate Your Child Like a Pro. All right. If you have not made payment, say yes now. If you are on YouTube, all you need to do is to use the details on my screen and make payment now. All right. If you are on any other platform, if you say yes, you can actually get details. If you are on Instagram, you can see the details pinned also on my comment. The link is in our bio. You can send us details on via DM. All right. If you're on TikTok, the team will reach out to you. All right. I think we'll have a few more there. And then I've already joined. Can't wait to be in this class. Thank you so much. Peace will change to be say, I see you. And if you've already joined, please don't join alone. Use this next 1 hour and go and bring your family, your friends. Maybe your children will still go to your parents' house. Abi? My parents take Sex Educate Your Child Like a Pro every year because they are part of my they are part of my system. Share your children will go to your brother's house. Abi, you will lock the place. Do you remember that growing up, a lot of us were abused by cousins? Yeah, if you want to really be sincere, by house help, get them to come and listen to these things. Get your house help to come and listen. Let them understand. A lot of us have a lot of house helps, gardeners, I had a friend whose gardener actually raped her daughter. Oh, yes, and she didn't know for such a long time. Eventually, the guy went to jail, but you know the bad part. The deed has been done. Yes, the guy went to jail. Yes, there was victory. Yes, we were excited, but then at what costs? Do you want to wait until you send somebody to jail? And then what happens to your child? Why not equip your child to be able to stand the test of time? My name is Wendy Olobi. I'm the curator of Sex Educate Your Child Like a Pro. This is 5.0, and we're not backing down. We've done this differently for so long. We have done everything about Sex Educate Your Child Like a Pro differently. And I cannot wait to share with you the new things we have about this curriculum. The beautiful thing, hope the WhatsApp platform is where the class will hold are paid. Do not worry, you're going to have all of the details that you need. The beautiful thing about this flash sale is you still have the next hour to pay for this flash sale and invite your family and friends. Get your children's teachers in. Get your children's classmates, their mothers, their parents. Share it on your school platform. Get your teachers. Do a bulk, payment. You still get a further 10% discount if you make payment for people, 10 people and above. And if you make payment for 20 people and above, you get a discount of 20%. So we are very intentional about you being, this person that is so armed. We're intentional about you also having some of these assets so that you'll be able to teach, so that you'll be able to cascade the information. Please do not keep this information to yourself. I see you in Sex Educate Your Child Like a Pro challenge. All right? Take advantage of the flash sale and see you again and again. Have an amazing day, everybody. Remember, you can always share this link and always have access to this conversation again. Thank you and have a good